Bonjour, j'espère que vous allez bien. Et j'ai oublié de cliquer sur le bouton, mais tout va bien. Bonjour, j'espère que vous allez bien. On se retrouve pour Final Fantasy XVI. Et on va continuer, on devait aller chercher notre ami, notre futur ami, Hugo. Je sais pas pourquoi ça m'a paru bizarre de dire Hugo. Parce qu'a priori, il nous restait rien d'autre à faire que d'aller parler à... je sais plus qui c'est. On doit pas aller à son oncle ou à quelqu'un d'autre pour aller dans le désert chercher une personne. J'ai oublié le nom de la personne qu'on doit aller chercher. On va pas aller à Byron, donc c'est son oncle. C'était écrit sur l'écran, mais tout va bien.
All right, Uncle. I'm ready to depart. Shall we?
We shall. Come, let us away to adventure. I was a young man when last I walked.
C'est rapide. Hein.
There's an old trading post not far from here. The road to Drake's Fang leads through it.
The trading post it is.
Ok, donc ça c'est une nouvelle zone qui va être pas mal grande, je pense. Ah, il y a des trucs par là, des trucs par là. Il va se battre avec nous? On a plus Gilles en fait. Okay. Bon, déjà, ça veut dire qu'elle risque pas de mourir.
Our destination lies over that dune, beyond the ruins. Welcome well, Clive. It's all too easy to lose one's bearings in the sands.
Eux, contrairement à d'autres jeux, ils ont pas mis de filtre pour les arachnophobes. Contre les scorpions, les araignées. Donc lui il se bat avec une hache. J'aurais jamais cru que ça serait un de nos compagnons. Parce qu'on peut pas reprocher au jeu d'avoir une diversité de compagnons quand tu t'attends pas du tout à ce qu'ils soient tes compagnons. Si on peut tomber par accident dans un bâtiment.
I can't see a thing.
Come, Clive! Let us turn back before we lose our way!
Quelle est la différence entre un scorpion, un Antares et... Il lui a foutu un... Il me... foutu un coup de pied. Je fais le tour, je sais pas s'il y a des trucs. Aujourd'hui j'ai la flemme de changer de... J'essaie de changer de... J'ai paniqué. Je vois même pas où je suis. C'est pratique quand même d'avoir Titan parce que... Comme... Merde. Merde, le chien est en feu. Je vois absolument pas ce qui se passe, il y a trop de feu partout. Ok, quand on est dans le rouge, ça marche mieux. Je pensais qu'il fallait remplir la barre en entier, mais en fait il faut s'arrêter dans le rouge. Ce qui en soi paraît logique, finalement. J'ai l'impression que ces trucs-là vont servir à quelque chose plus tard, mais... Parce que... Il n'y a pas cette zone pour décorer, hein. Elle est pas là juste pour décorer. L'épreuve, il y a un truc ici. Je sais trop comment sortir d'ici. Le mystère de comment le chocobo est arrivé jusque là.
No need to ride from here.
Je sais pas si je peux sauter. J'étais pas sûr que je puisse sauter de là.
Many years ago, when you were just a boy, you and I rode this way together, accompanying your father on a scouting expedition to Drake's Fang.
He let me come with you.
I'm not surprised you don't remember. It was just before Joshua. You were so eager to be there when your brother arrived that you whipped your chocobo too hard on the journey home and fell from the saddle.
En fait, ça marche plutôt bien.
I shall never forget how Elwyn fussed over you as you sat in the sand, falling like a
Oh le salaud. Relève-toi. Ils ont quand même une variété de paysages assez différents. Qui est plutôt appréciable. Ouais. Ok, je pensais pas qu'on pouvait faire plusieurs à la suite. On en apprend tous les jours.
Have you lost your way already, my boy? The ruins mark the road to the inn.
Je sais. Je visite. Il n'y a pas beaucoup de monde dans le bivouac. Qu'est-ce que c'est que cette chose? Oh bordel. Oh, on a trouvé un monstre sans faire exprès. Ou alors il était dans la...
Well, Clive, looks like you're gonna need a bigger sword.
Oh god. Oh la salopiote. God. C'est quoi ce truc vert là qui dégouline? Ah, c'est la zone. Je pensais qu'il y avait genre un. Quand même. Merde. Même pas mal. Bouge. C'est relou quand tu fais ça. Une chance que les compagnons peuvent pas mourir ou... Bouge! En plus sa forme de Super Saiyan. J'ai absolument aucune technique pour ce truc. Mis à part de l'éviter. Mais bouge! Ah, c'est relou quand il fait ça! J'espère qu'il y a une boutique dans ce putain de relais. Putain, j'ai cru qu'on allait pouvoir l'achever. J'ai failli rester. C'est long, mais... C'est qui que tu cherches? C'est dommage que la couleur de enfin, je sais pas s'il y a un lien entre les ennemis et la magie qui est utilisée. Y'a pas de système, ça marche mieux. Ou pas. Pourquoi j'ai fait ça? Ça nous a fait monter de niveau. On n'avait pas besoin de Scarlatium pour faire un truc. Est-ce que je peux faire la même chose chez moi? Non. Il est passé où, là? Dis donc, il fait plus de dégâts que moi. J'aime bien Titan. Ah, c'est pas le moment. Ça faisait longtemps, dis donc. Heureusement qu'elle est déstabilisée et que du coup je peux faire ça en attendant. Cette eau est très jolie. C'est assez étrange. Je suis pas du tout passé par là où il voulait que je passe au départ, mais il considère quand même que j'y suis allé. Faut pas faire la même chose avec ces animaux. Encore une salamandre. Hello. Je crois que j'ai loupé moi. Je crois que c'est plus ce que j'ai fait pour l'instant. Je sais pas ce que c'est ce que je viens d'avoir, c'est parce que j'ai fait des ripostes? Merde, c'est pas ça que je regardais, c'est ça. Déclencher un post annexe en faisant toucher tous les coups à l'exception des endroits. Oh, ok. Je voulais juste prendre ça parce que je l'ai vu tout à l'heure. Définitivement, on va allonger la zone rouge. Je crois que c'était ce qui était noté pour la maîtrise de ces trucs. Je vais pas sauvegarder ça vraiment.
Look, there. Those are ashen steeds. No doubt about it.
And such a long ride from Stonehair. Our Luda friends must be soothing their saddle sores in the inn. Shall we join them? Run along and play now, Torgal. Dogs aren't allowed inside.
Comment ça?
Good day to you. Eating?
Sorry about my pal. He only talks when his mouth's full. What do you recommend?
Well, if you're after something light, we do a fine chocobo soup with lentils and honey.
2 bowls of that then. An ale.
Right you are.
Hey, girl!
Coming!
Your pal? Would you rather be my squire?
Est-ce que c'est la personne qu'on doit rencontrer? Ah non, mais ils sont au même endroit que nous?
Your Grace,
J'ai loupé un
it
épisode.
is plain you are not yet well enough to travel. If you would only let me take you to someone who can better attend to your ills.
Je l'avais même pas reconnu.
We must press on. Prince Dion has returned to his camp and will soon depart for the front. I must speak with him at all costs. Miss this chance and I may never get another. You do understand that?
Yes, Your Grace. You must at least agree to take your medicine. I'll fetch you some water.
Keep watch, they tell us. But all I see is sand.
I hear they got our guest back to the Fang without any trouble. We'll be leaving soon enough.
Why the Lord Commander dragged us all this way just to save that blockhead skin, we'll never know. Dominant or not, he's a bloody idiot.
That'll be Cooker, then.
Well, let's get this down us. We've a long way to go.
Hey, you.
Uncle?
Sorry.
Elle a juste pris le...
Can you walk, Your Grace?
Comment elle va lui servir?
What's wrong?
I fear trouble may be brewing downstairs.
You two are travelers, are you not? Me and my companions are strangers here. Perhaps you'd be good enough to accompany us a while. Help us find our way.
Sorry, lads, but we've got business in camera that can't wait.
Ah, I'm sure you could spare us an hour or two. Friend.
What? Il avait vraiment faim. Même lui.
I'm afraid we don't have a moment to lose. Friend. Stay back, Uncle.
Nettoie ta barbe, s'il te plaît.
It's the outlaw. Take him.
Try it.
Bravo, my boy! Just like that!
Maintenant j'attends qu'il m'attaque pour pouvoir faire le... Ça. Parce que c'est cool.
For your trouble. Word of advice, miss. That soup could do with a touch more salt.
Now's our chance. Your Grace?
I'm fine.
What? Oh. Oh, il sait que... Jonah est pas loin. Il s'appelle Jonah.
Clive?
Comment il sait à quelle porte il va être? Comment je sais que c'est cette porte? Lui, c'est les carottes. C'est les carottes qui aiment.
What is it now?
It's nothing. Let's go.
Well, we didn't know where to find Kupka before. We do now.
The Royalists said it themselves. Their guest is in
The
the
pizza?
Fang. We should press on before any more of their friends turn up.
What was all that crashing and banging about before?
From out of towners picked a fight with the guard, I heard.
J'ai cru qu'il y avait un coffre, mais en fait c'était un banc.
Let me treat you. I'm pretty.
I need a drink.
C'est de Pampa. Oh, on n'a pas vu les Pampas encore.
Fucking men of the wrong.
This river runs all the way to the southern seas. We used to load the crystal onto barges and sail it to the villages downstream. Before the canyons were lost to beasts and bandits. When I was a girl, I would wave to the boatmen as they set off on their long journey, and they would throw me sweetmeats in return. Such happy times.
Ça revenait un peu. Non, je... Ok.
Ah, they've closed the road. And it's the only way from here to the Fang. It would seem Lord Kupka is not accepting visitors at present.
We have to get through
Il a
that
plus de
gate.
main, problème, à mon avis.
Not by force, I trust. We've attracted quite enough unwanted attention already.
By guile, then. Perhaps the Desert Hare can offer us her aid.
Rosina Dalamil, woman of mystery.
Tellement
But
mystérieuse
how
que je sais
will
pas
we
qui c'est.
find her? We know naught of her but her name.
And that she was working
Le
with
jeu va
Sid.
peut-être me le dire.
Sid's other collaborators have all been people of means. The wealthiest and most successful members of their communities. I'll wager this Rosina Dalamil is the same.
That would certainly help to narrow the search. We need only inquire as to who is in charge of the town.
And that's exactly what I mean to do.
Hanging lantern!
Ok. Putain, il y a pas mal de choses encore. À voir. Dans cette zone.
This town is truly blessed.
Plates and pots! Bowls and basins!
Your arms are like iron. Are all your muscles so hard?
Well, I'd be happy to show you, provided I can afford it.
What? C'est quoi ces conversations?
Won't you come and play?
Je suis choqué.
It's all the fault of this blasted war. At the moment, I feel for a measly bunch of Gazal creeps.
Looks like we won't be getting back to Drake's Fang anytime soon.
Well, it's not hard.
J'espère qu'ils ont mis de la crème solaire.
Mummy, I want to play with the crystal. How many times do I have to tell you?
Je pensais que ça serait plus grand ici.
Light it, for Gilbert's sake. You're a bearer. Anything I can help you with, travelers? Allow me.
On veut savoir qui à qui il faut parler.
My good man, we represent one of the oldest and greatest trading houses of Port Isolde. We're seeking to expand our business in the region and would very much like to make the acquaintance of Dalamil's leading entrepreneurs. If only we knew where to find them. Well, we're best known for our baths, our markets, and our smithies. I suppose you could do worse than start your search at one of those. Thank you. You've been most helpful. Oh, you wouldn't happen to know a lady by the name of Rosina Dalamil, would you? No. I can't say I do. Well, thank you all the same.
What do you want? Can't you see I'm busy?
I won't keep you long. I'm looking for someone. A woman by the name of Rosina Dalamil. Do you know her?
Never heard of her. Is that all?
One more question. If I wanted to find the richest trader in town, where would you recommend that I look?
Well, that's easy. The Briar's Kiss. Won't find a finer smithy this side of the strait. The owner's only a young sprig, but he's got all the right ideas.
The Briar's Kiss, you say? Thank you.
I doubt this young sprig is the person we're looking for. You said Sid's contact was likely to be an influential sort. Influence comes with age and experience. Believe you me.
Back to Drake's Fang anytime.
Ouais, il doit pas être si jeune que ça non plus. Hein? Toi, j'ai plus d'habitants, mais il n'y a pas d'habitants. Ah si.
Can I help you? Yes, I'm looking for a woman by the name of Rosina Dalamil. A long-standing pillar of your community, I believe, from old trading stock.
Then you should ask further. He's been here for years. Knows the place and its people like the back of his hand. And he's in with all the old merchant families. Try the baths. That's where you'll usually find him.
Thank you kindly.
Ils nous font tourner un peu en rond.
Well, it sounds like we have our man.
Perhaps. Let's go and find out exactly what this Furder knows. Excuse me. Are you Furder?
I am. Can I help you, travelers?
I hope so. You've lived here for some time, is that correct? Do you know Rosina Dalamil? We believe she may be a trader of some renown.
And what business do you have with the desert hare?
She was a close friend of mine. I was hoping she might be able to help me.
Very well. Go to the bordello I'll arrange an introduction.
Do you think we can trust him?
Only as far as I think.
So you're the ones who've been sniffing around.
I beg your pardon?
Don't play the fool. Stick your nose in our business and you're likely to lose it.
Allez-y, allez-y. Non.
Get her. This one. Over here. Get him. Get him. This one.
Je crois que je peux débloquer le truc que je voulais débloquer. Ils sont pas morts, ils sont juste assommés. Clive ne tue pas, c'est comme Batman.
Who are you working for? Him or her?
Him. The boss.
La traduction en français.
Just to test you.
Though one could hardly call that a test.
Lord Further? Look what the cat dragged in.
Your skill with the blade is rare indeed, my lord. A fitting talent for an outlaw.
You know who I am. So what now? Call in the men of the Rock and collect the bounty?
That isn't my decision to make. Our work is done. Take him to meet his precious Rosina. She will be interested to make his acquaintance.
Yes, my lord. To the Lock of Leisure, then.
To the Lock of Leisure.
Ils nous font tourner en rond quand même.
Needed to a silken softness.
Juiciest meat from green. It would make a finest batter.
J'aurais pu sauvegarder.
Is this the place?
Ubor's Forge. The Briar's Kiss. Ah, so it was the young sprig after all. So much for Rosina Dalamil being a woman of experience. How wrong I was.
It was an easy mistake to make, Uncle. After all, it must have been years since Sid last saw her. Sorry, him. Whoever this Lubor truly is, he's clearly a man of means. I'd say he deserves our respect.
See that he gets it.
Tout ça pour parler au forgeron.
Lubor, Lord Further told me to bring them to you.
My boys tell me you're in need of assistance. Sid the Second.
I won't waste your time. I need passage through the south gate.
Tell me, what do you think is a merchant's most important commodity?
On a vu dans Octopus Traveler.
Everyone knows that. Without it, you have nothing. And nothing is exactly what you have. And so, for you, I, too, have nothing. I'm not in the business of helping every lost puppy that wanders in off the street. I'm a busy man, as you can see.
Let's leave this mummer to his farce.
By all means. Find someone else to help you on your way. Just be sure to tell them you're not the two travelers from the inn the guards are looking for. Don't want them jumping to conclusions, do we?
Why, you...
So, what do we need to do to earn your trust?
I like this one. Willing to do whatever it takes to get what he wants. Men like you have a special place in my heart. Why, you ask? Because they get me what I want. Always.
Fine. So what do you want?
Don't tell me you're gonna listen to this swaggering scruff.
We might as well hear him out. It's only natural that an ally of Sid's would seek assurances of strangers. Assuming he is an ally, of course. 5 years ago, he would have still been a boy.
And yet even then I had more good sense than a man, 5 times my age? But enough of the pleasantries. We were speaking of what I want. I want you to put an end to the trouble in Dalamil.
C'est tout.
Return to me when you have done so, and you shall have my aid. Until then, I bid you good day.
What trouble? If you're going to give us orders, be clear about them, damn you.
Manners, Greybeard. One catches more damselflies with honey than with vinegar.
What did you call me?
My apologies. A word of advice in recompense. Follow the crystals. Oh, that was 3. Oh, I'm making this too easy for you.
Non.
Ha! It will be easy. Solving his little riddle should be like dealing with him. Child's play. Let us divide our forces, Clive. I'd rather not drag this parlor game on any longer than we need to.
All right. Good luck, Uncle. I thought we were the only ones causing trouble in Dalamil.
Une dame chaud, Clive, quand même.
Master Lubor has high expectations of you.
Bienvenue à l'Aiguillon Fatal. Ici, on descend chaque panne comme si c'était la dernière de notre vie.
Excuse me. Is it true there's been trouble with crystals of late?
You've heard, then?
I've heard rumors.
Damn thieves. Pilfering the crystals that were meant to fill our cups and light our stoves. Us common folk have hardly had a shard to share between us these last few moons. And it isn't as if we can buy them on the black market either. Whoever's taking them, they aren't sharing.
Do you have a moment?
Il a l'air, oui, vu ce qu'il est en train de faire.
Depends what for.
Just a question. Dalamil seems to be thriving compared to the other villages I came through on the way. Is there a reason for that?
Well, we're a stone's throw from Drake's Fang for one. The soldiers guarding the Mother Crystal and the shipments need a place to spend their hard-earned gil. The men of the Rock throw their money about like there's no tomorrow.
Is that so? Well, thank you. Don't let me keep you from your work any longer.
what?
Information, my good man. Now, listen carefully.
Fresh bread, warm from the oven. Here, have a taste.
You wouldn't believe how much he gave. What can I do for you, soldier? Need that sword polishing?
I'm not a soldier.
Ugh, then be off with you. I serve the men of the Rock and the men of the Rock only.
You have an agreement with them?
Don't be stupid. I just know which side my bread is buttered. Don't want to be stuck under some pauper when they come knocking, with pockets deeper than Zemeckis and an urge to empty them. No, just leave, will you? Before you scare them off.
I think I'm starting to get an idea of what's been going on. I wonder if Uncle Byron's learned anything of use.
A priori, non.
He'll probably be back at the inn by now.
The most fragrant herbs and spices.
The finest fabrics, fresh from the capital.
Il est où? Ah. Là où il y a le petit billet.
Why is the tavern shut?
It's you, the one who broke all our furniture. What do you want? Haven't you caused enough trouble already?
I'm looking for my pal. Have you seen him?
The gentleman who was with you? Yes, he's upstairs, but...
Thank you. I'll go and fetch him.
Il m'a dit qu'il était à l'étage. Hein. C'est pas cet étage. Excuse-moi, faut que j'aille où?
The inn's a mess of blood-soaked splinters.
C'est pas moi!
The least you can do is let us clean up in peace. I told the guard those soldiers started it. Don't need any more trouble.
Elle a dit qu'il était à l'étage. Ah.
Will this suffice as a deposit?
By the sands. That's a black pearl.
One of the many treasures in my collection that I would be only too happy to part with, should you give me reason to do so.
All right. I'm sure that we can come to an agreement, but not here.
What are you doing, Uncle?
C'est ça. Ne dis pas que son oncle est corrompu.
Care to explain why you're giving gifts to Kupka's men?
Bait, my boy. One cannot catch one's prey without it. And I do believe I've snagged us quite the quarry. I started by asking around the markets as to where I might purchase crystals. I had no luck, of course. It's forbidden to trade in such things. But my uncharacteristic indiscretion just happened to attract the attention of those uniformed ruffians. They took me aside and said they could procure the crystal I sought if I proved I could pay for it.
So the pearl was your proof?
I thought they'd ask for more. A second-rate specimen like that would only fetch 500,000 or so. A small price to pay for admittance to the underworld. But enough about my little act of subterfuge. What did you discover?
That the supply of crystals has dried up of late. And some people seem to think they're being stolen. Meanwhile, members of Kupka's private guard have been spending money all over town. I'll wager those soldiers you've been talking to have been siphoning off crystals meant for elsewhere, and pocketing the profits.
I'll wager you're right.
We'll meet with them then, just as you arranged, and put an end to the trouble Lubor spoke of.
Ha! That preening popinjay thought this would be difficult. It just goes to show one should never underestimate a Rosfield. We'll soon wipe that smirk off his face. I arranged to meet with the soldiers in a secluded corner of the Velcroy, far from prying eyes.
Faut qu'on aille à l'échoppe acheter des trucs.
Perfect place for a spot of double dealing.
I trust I can count on your support if things turn sour.
Of course.
I need a drink.
Comme tu veux, madame.
Fucking women of the wrong.
Light it for Gilbert's sake.
Hello.
Are you looking for something in particular?
Yep, des potions.
An excellent choice.
À sauvegarder, sinon j'ai oublié. Non, bon, c'est pareil. Si on veut.
Crystal delivery's over. Get back to your homes.
Comment je suis censé y aller? Ah, faut que je sorte à la porte du désert. Okay.
1,000 gil for a measly bunch of... Made from the stoutest stoneware.
Do you think they'll be back soon?
Needed to a
Lightly and
silken
dark.
soft...
Fresh from the yes, they're quite sought after.
Toute nouvelle région à parcourir.
Good girl. Fly, Ambrosia.
J'appellerais pas ça voler. Oh god. Est-ce qu'on peut l'acheter dans l'eau? Non. Merde. Ceci dit, ça marche aussi. On a 3 millions de trucs à lire. Quand on va rentrer. Ah!
Silence! Stay down!
J'appuie trop long, bref. J'appuie trop longtemps. C'est compliqué les mots. Ah! Je sais pas pourquoi d'un coup je me mets à appuyer longtemps sur le truc. Alors qu'il n'y a jamais eu besoin jusqu'à maintenant.
You deserve a rest.
Pourquoi il m'attaque lui d'un coup? Mais arrêtez! Bon, je voulais pas tuer les chocobos, mais j'ai rien demandé, moi. C'est eux qui m'attaquent. Jusqu'à présent, j'avais réussi à échapper au chocobo et à pas y tuer. S'il m'attaque, j'ai pas trop le choix, surtout s'il y a d'autres ennemis à côté, quoi. Attendez, je crois qu'il y a... Rien à voir, hein, mais... Je crois qu'il y a de la mise à jour, ils ont rajouté un truc. Oui, pour le flow. Comment je le change? Ah, peut-être avec les flèches. C'est mieux ça. Peut-être en mettre un petit peu. Je crois que c'est mieux comme ça. Ça fait moins bizarre. Je sais pas. On verra. Si mes yeux s'habituent.
I'll take it from here.
I was beginning to think you weren't coming, my lord. You've brought your contribution?
All the silver and stones I could scrape together at such short notice?
Les a trouvés où?
Whole 500 talents.
That was the price we agreed upon, yes? If you've no objections, I'd like to see the crystal.
Of course. Right this way, my lord.
Not bad at all. You weren't lying about the clarity. But what of security? If I were to be stopped on the road, what guarantee have I that it wouldn't be seized as property of the Republic?
Because these crystals are no longer the property of the Republic. You're not buying from us. You're buying from them.
And we have no more jurisdiction here than you, my lord. But
C'est
we
un
have
piège.
ships and will gladly deliver to a port
Quand
of
il
your
a dit on
choosing.
a des chips,
Now that our
dans ma tête
price
c'était les
has
chips.
been met.
Le truc qu'on mange.
Royalists, eh? What brings you here?
Why, to collect their share of Drake's Fang's blessing, of course. Our nations are allies, and so they are entitled to a portion of the Mother Crystal's bounty. And being such good friends, we elected to increase that portion and share the benefits. And now that these crystals are officially property of the Kingdom of Waloed, we are duty-bound not to interfere, no matter where they might happen to end up next.
Did you get all that? They're in cahoots!
So it would seem.
My lord, what is the meaning of this?
Double-crossing dogs. They're not here to do business. Kill them. Kill them both!
Comme vous voulez. Comment je fais pour le voir maintenant qu'il est là? Bon, qui c'est qui se soigne? Toi là. C'était pas assez. Il devrait reconnaître ça. C'est leur chef. Qui m'a donné ça? Encore? Je suis désolé, monsieur Chocobo. J'ai toujours pas utilisé le truc que je voulais faire.
Well, that wasn't too bad. How'd you like my performance, huh? I've often played the villain on the stage. I think I did the role justice. Don't you?
Greybeard, you were magnificent. The battle scene was particularly thrilling. Such a shame you didn't have more of an audience, but perhaps that's for the best.
How long have you been watching?
Long enough to witness your uncle's sordid transaction. I hardly expected one so venerable to degrade himself so thoroughly. Buying one's way into the confidence of degenerates. Ingenious.
This was the trouble you spoke of. The men of the Rock taking crystals meant for the common folk and conspiring with the Royalists. Well, now it's over.
Indeed it is. The people of Dalamil had scarcely any means of redress against Kupka's men, let alone a foreign army. Until you two came along, that is. Well, we'd better get these crystals back to town. You won't mind waiting with them while I fetch a wagon. It occurs to me that I still don't know your name.
Clive.
So, Sid the Second is a Clive.
Tu crois que c'est mieux lui barre?
I suppose it could have been worse. Well, Clive, you held up your end of the bargain, so I must do the same. Passage through the South Gate, was it not? To tell the truth, you've helped a little there too. Many of the guards have already been redeployed to deal with the issue of their missing comrades. And those left behind have been encouraged to look the other way should you attempt to pass through.
Thank you. And please allow me to cover your costs. You still have the purse I gave to the soldiers, I trust? I saw you pluck it from one of the bodies.
Oh, dear. Was I really so obvious?
And my name is not Greybeard. It is Lord Byron Rosfield, thank you very much.
No, thank you very much, Greybeard.
Double the...
Here, wear this.
Okay.
Any friend of mine who sees you with it shall be a friend of yours.
Thank you, Lubor.
And please, feel free to send one of my Stoluses back to your people. Tell them that Rosina Dalamil is back in bed with Sid.
Omia Lostelan. Tu Isakelis.
I'm trusting you, Sid. Or should I say, Clive. So be sure not to let me down. I have a reputation to uphold. Well then, I wish you a safe journey south.
Thank you.
Not at all. It was my pleasure.
Come on, Uncle. Let's go.
C'est bizarre la transition pour faire une scène de 2 secondes. Ils auraient pu mettre ça dans la scène d'avant. Ok, donc il y a des quêtes annexes, enfin au moins une. Ici on aurait pu aller un peu plus loin, peut-être. Pour l'instant... je vais faire ça. Comme ça on a le max. Après j'ai plus assez pour le reste. Parce que j'aurais bien rallongé la... l'arc rouge. Ok, donc il y a 2 quêtes.
I've never even forged a butter knife before. Perhaps Forge Master Luber's having fun at my expense.
I wouldn't put it past him.
Neither would I. Oh. Are you Clive? Sorry, my mind was elsewhere. I'm Sava, Master Luber's least accomplished apprentice. Soon to be former apprentice if I don't pass this test. Maybe I'm just not the resourceful type. People are buying up weapons faster than the Briar's Kiss can forge them, and here I am, unable to make a decent bit of kitchenware. He wants me to make a carving knife, one that embodies the spirit of Dalamil. Whatever that's supposed to mean. I don't suppose you have any idea what he's on about, do you?
I'm afraid not.
Never mind. Thought I'd ask. It was that or pack my bags.
I could give you a hand if you like. I know how busy the Briar's Kiss has been, and that Lubor needs all the capable hands he can find.
I'd be a fool to refuse.
So, where do we start?
Good question. If I'm honest, I've never made any kind of knife before. And then there's this little riddle to keep in mind. The spirit of Dalamil. Nothing is ever simple with that man.
The way I see it, there's only one way we'll be solving Lubor's puzzle. We need information. The more the better.
You're right. There's no point fumbling in the dark, I suppose. Now, who to speak to first? There's plenty of folk in Dalamil who use knives for a living. There's the butcher, of course, and any number of cooks. They're bound to have an opinion or two about the tools of their trade. All right. I think we have a plan. Let's get to it, shall we? I'll talk to every cook I can find. You speak to the butcher, and anyone else you can think of.
All right. Good luck.
Let's hope that someone says something useful.
Trust Lubor to take a simple test and turn it into a riddle. I better get to it.
My carpets have pride of place. Welcome, sir. What can I do you for?
A question, if you don't mind. I need to know what makes a good carving knife.
You a blacksmith or something?
Something, I suppose.
Fair enough. Knives, is it? First and foremost, it's got to hold an edge. Most knives will make it through fat no problem, but sinew dulls cheap steel in no time. Give me a blade which can slice through anything that crosses my chopping block, and I'm a happy woman.
So a knife that stays sharp.
Pas être un génie.
Sweet incense! Ah, they've opened the gate!
Lubor was true to his word.
We can make our way back to the fang.
Yeah. What is it? I'm in no mood for chatter.
Sorry. Do you mind if I ask your trade?
Hunter, why?
Parle pas beaucoup.
Can you tell me what makes a good carving knife? I assume you use one out in the field.
Has to be able to put up with some punishment. Can't be dealing with a brittle blade, not while I'm on the hunt. If your knife snaps every time you use it, you'll be spending coin as fast as you make it. Times are hard enough as it is.
Thank you. I won't keep you any
Donc ils veulent un couteau solide et qui tranche.
Man after my own heart.
J'aurais pu le dire sans demander aux gens.
Carving knife should be hard wearing and hold an edge. Hardly a revelation.
Voilà.
Let's hope Sava had better luck than I did.
Merci Clive de Souligner le fait que c'est exactement ce que censé faire un couteau.
Take a sniff, good sir.
The finest fabric.
You wish to talk?
Ça.
Well, honor you and I.
Tu ne sais pas que Rosena Dalamil, alias Laurie du désert, c'était moi à vous. Précisons d'abord que je ne suis que le successeur de Rosena Dalamil, c'est celle que j'ai hérité mon titre ainsi que cette forge. Rosena était une faille patente, j'en veux pour preuve qu'après avoir recueilli l'orphelin chat perdeur que j'étais, elle a eu la patience de m'apprendre le métier de la forge. Entre nous, je la pensais immortelle, mais un jour elle m'a été enlevée. Et depuis, j'ai l'impression de ne plus rien faire d'autre que l'imiter. Je m'occupe d'orphelins, j'utilise son titre, je travaille comme forgeron. En fait, je crois que j'essaie juste de me hisser à son niveau. En revanche, je ne m'attendais pas à hériter de toi. Je plaisante, je suis heureux de t'avoir rencontré et je compte bien te garder comme compagnon. S'enseigne sur l'histoire de Dalimil. Dalimil est depuis très longtemps réputé pour être une véritable oasis au milieu du désert. De tout temps, voyageurs et commerçants de passage ont loué son eau rafraîchissante, ainsi que sa source d'eau chaude leur permettant de se relaxer au terme. Jadis, celui qui régnait sur la région décida d'en faire un véritable relais pour faciliter les traversées jusqu'à Krogdrak. Y voyant l'occasion de s'enrichir, de nombreux négociants décidèrent de s'y installer. Bientôt, l'afflux soudain de nouveaux habitants avides d'argent fit de cet endroit autrefois tranquille l'agglomération la plus bruyante et la plus agitée de Dalmeki. C'est un lieu de liberté où on contournait volontiers les lois promulguées dans la lointaine capitale Randela. Du moins jusqu'à ce que Gokupé installe son château à Krogdrak. On vit alors une foule d'hommes en armes apparaître dans les rues de Dalimil. Ces guerriers abusaient de leur pouvoir et les habitants subissaient violences et extorsions de leur part. Néanmoins, la vie ici demeurait encore très supportable pour les Dalimilois. Il faut dire que ce sont des gens qui sont le pur tanné avec une climat pareil. Ça va plus au trafic de cristaux. Ce qui alimentait ce trafic de cristaux bénéficiait de la protection de l'alliance formée par la République de Dalmeki et de Volud. C'est du propre. À cause d'eux, il y a eu de moins en moins de cristaux en circulation sur le marché légal. Certains vendeurs honnêtes qui jusque-là faisaient tourner leur affaire sans problème se sont retrouvés au bord de la faillite. Heureusement que tu t'occupais des trafiquants, devrait y avoir la paix maintenant. Tant que les cristaux existeront dans ce monde, il y aura toujours des salauds pour se faire de l'argent aux dépens des autres. En revanche, tu détruis tous les cristaux mères, ce genre de choses ne devrait plus se produire. À croire qu'il n'y a plus qu'en supprimant des sources d'argent faciles qu'on maîtrise la vie des gens. On compte sur toi, Clive.
Best of luck.
So, how'd it go? You learn anything useful, or should I be looking for a new trade?
Only that a blade should be durable and stay sharp. But I don't see how that relates to the spirit of Dalamil.
I didn't have much luck either. All the cook said was that he needs his knives to be light. Too heavy and they do his shoulder in.
So we're no better off than when we started. Perhaps Lubor didn't mean anything with his Dalamil remark. But that can't be right. I've bandied enough words with the man to know that he chooses them carefully. No. We must be missing something. Something right in front of our noses, most likely.
No doubt you're right, but I have to make a start soon. I can't put off making this knife forever.
Agreed. Lubor wouldn't like that much.
Right. I've been trained to work iron. The cheap stuff, mind. But it's hardy enough if you don't hammer it too thin, and it sharpens up nicely with a bit of effort. Trouble is, it's either durable or it's light. Meaning someone is going to be disappointed. Forge Master Lubor, probably.
Is there no one else you can turn to? Someone who knows their metals, perhaps?
The other apprentices know better than to help me with my test. But maybe there is someone I could turn to. A merchant, a favourite of Forge Master Lubor's, who sells metals to tradesmen passing through the Valcroy. I bet she'd know a thing or two.
Ok, donc par là.
Ready, go? be needing help with your bags.
Well, I asked her, but... you tell him.
If you're looking to make a knife that will impress a master like Lubor, there are options. They're just not that viable. Featherlight adamantite knives will get passed from generation to generation, never needing so much as a lick of the whetstone. But adamantite ore is unique to ash, so it doesn't come cheap.
And it's beyond my skill to handle.
Unique to ash. Are there any materials unique to Dalamil? Something which could be mixed with iron to refine it. Make it lighter.
What are you getting at?
You said that Lubor trained you to work iron. Then that's what he'll expect you to use. But he would have known that it would either be too heavy or too brittle for a carving knife. Perhaps his Dalamil remark wasn't a riddle, but a hint.
If it's cheap metal you're using, then there's always limestone, I suppose. Folk first settled Dalamil to get at her mineral deposits. And, if you know the trick, it can be melted down in the furnace to drive out impurities from low-quality iron.
Bloody hell! That must be it! I don't suppose you know the trick, do you?
It's hardly my speciality, but I've been around enough blacksmiths to know how it works.
Looks like I've got some learning to do. Clive, I hate to ask after all that you've done for me.
Tu veux que je cherche le minerai?
The limestone? Fine. I can hardly abandon you now. Besides, I want to know if this is the answer to Lubor's little riddle.
Je pense qu'on va faire cette quête-là et l'autre quête annexe. Et je pense qu'on s'arrêtera. On se garde la quête principale pour demain. Parce que j'imagine... Et vu comment ça coupe, j'imagine qu'on va arriver directement là où on veut arriver, qu'on va sûrement avoir le combat, tout ça.
This is no good. I was hoping to get out of the heat for a little while.
Is it true what I'm hearing?
C'est ce que j'essaie de faire depuis 2 mois. S'échapper de la chaleur.
Made from the stoutest stoneware. Hanging lanterns, keep the doctors from...
We should get going soon. Do you have water?
Ça devient très blanc tout à coup.
Ah, I'm not too late.
What is it, Lubor?
A question that I neglected to ask earlier. Where is it that you're bound?
Quoi?
To Drake's Fang.
Raison de plus pour
To
arrêter.
finish Hugo Kupka.
Just as I thought. Then allow me to share a secret. Drake's Fang is currently riddled with royalists. Talmeki and Walud are allies, and as you have seen, their soldiers work hand in glove. But no nation has ever before allowed a foreign army to make a barracks of its holiest of holies.
Not by choice, at least.
And there's more. A man on the inside of the Fang has failed to report for several days. I fear there may be more trouble lying in wait for you on the road ahead.
Isn't there always?
If you're determined to beard the lion's den, then promise me one thing. That you will enter via the mines, where the guard is lightest. I've lost one Cid already. If I lose another, people will start to think me careless.
I don't plan on dying. Not before Kupka does, anyway.
Well, so long as you have a plan.
Drake's Fang should be just beyond these springs. Shall we press on?
Nope.
One looks a lot like another. But hopefully this is what Seven needs.
We should get going soon. Do you have water?
Finally, we'll be able to get one.
Sweet incense! What candle? Just look at the detail!
The juiciest meat from Greece.
Yes, they're quite
My
sweet.
carpets have pride of place.
En TP, écoute. Ok. Je sais pas si ça veut dire quelque chose.
Wasn't sure how much you'd need, but I hope this is enough.
You are one of the good ones, you know that? You and that merchant both, she's got quite a gift for teaching that one. Now, time to see if limestone is the secret weapon we were hoping for.
On va espérer.
That'll do, I reckon. A knife forged from the very rocks of Dalamil. Her spirit, if you will.
It's a fine-looking blade.
I only hope Master Lubor agrees.
That sounds like my cue. And just as well. I was getting tired of waiting.
I'm sorry, Forge Master Lubor.
Let's take a look then, shall we? First things first, Sava, do you think this is a carving knife worthy of the fine people of Dalamil?
I'd like to think so. But what do you think?
What do I think indeed? It's sharp-ish, but it won't last long with hard use. And it's heavy, heavier than it should be. You might not think it just to hold it for a moment, but sell that to a cook and you'll never hear the end of it. It looks like someone paid a visit to the terraces. The limestone was a step in the right direction, granted, but one that still leaves you short of the mark.
And I was so certain I had it all worked out.
I don't know who you found to teach you that little trick, but it certainly shows initiative. Next question. How much do you think I would charge if I'd made this?
Well, if it took you even a fraction of the time it took me, I would say you could demand a heavy purse.
And who would be able to pay that? The butcher? The hunter? The cooks over at the inn? Dalamil is home to humble traders, not wealthy lords and ladies. Rule number one in any business, Sava, know your customers.
Yes, Forge Master.
This is just about passable. But only just. I'd say you're worth keeping around a little longer. Starting tomorrow, you'll have an anvil of your own.
I will. Thank you. I was wondering, what would you do if you were asked to forge a carving knife?
I'd do what I always do. Ask who it's for. If it was for the butcher, I'd make sure it holds an edge. For the hunter, I'd make it as tough as Titan. For the cook, light as a feather. And for the nobleman, I'd make it cost an absolute fortune.
There goes a master, all right.
It looks like congratulations are in order.
I couldn't have done it without you. So much for the Forge Master's riddle, though, eh? The spirit of Dalamil had nothing to do with limestone or anything much at all. Meaning, I had you run around for no good reason.
You've passed your test. That's all that matters. You'll have a forge of your own in no time.
And when I do, I'll craft you the finest carving knife you have ever seen.
Ok. Est-ce qu'on garde le couteau pour notre petite... Non.
Thank you, Clive. I honestly don't think I could have done it without all your help.
Faire la deuxième quête.
The finest fabrics, fresh from the...
Kneaded to a silken softness.
Weights and pots! Oh, everything I've worked for. All those years of toil. Every coin I've ever earned is tied up in this place.
You all right?
The baths are closed. Leave me be. On second thought, perhaps you are just what I need. Might your services be for hire?
That depends on the job.
I'd have you save my business, the baths. The water's turned scalding hot and all the crystals in Dalimil wouldn't be enough to cool it. I've no doubt that my woes stem from the water's source. But I can't go and investigate for fear of my customers thinking I've abandoned the place. I'm bound to these baths in more ways than one. I beg of you. Go to Dusnoff Terraces. Tell me what you find there.
All right.
Ça a l'air d'être un peu plus court.
Wonderful.
Sauf s'il se passe des trucs
Leave the
extraordinaires.
market by the south gate. The smell of sulfur will guide you the rest of the way. These baths are all that keep me from an ignoble end in a debtor's prison. My livelihood, my very life, is at stake.
C'est le genre de mission dans les autres RPG auxquels on a joué où à la fin t'as la tenue ridicule en serviette. Attends, j'ai acheté une potion.
Are you looking for something in particular?
Here you are. We should get going soon. Do you have water?
Come on, girl, the gate's open. Now we can... Press on.
À mon avis, c'est la quête, enfin la quête habituelle de allons tuer les monstres.
What the hell are those things?
L'épreuve, il y a plein de bombes boss.
Something awful's taken up residence in the springs. We'll turn back again.
By the flames. That explains the heat. Too slow. This one.
finished.
Let's cool things down a bit. Let's hope it's enough to keep the baths from boiling.
Ok. Toujours pas le bon. Hop, on va aller là.
This is no good.
Is it true what I'm hearing?
My carpets.
The most fragrant herbs and
Fresh bread, warm from the oven.
Faut qu'on aille vers là. Je sais pas si on va être bloqué ou... Bon, on n'est pas bloqué parce qu'il n'y a pas de point de machin. De toute façon, a priori, à un moment donné, on va devoir aller par là aussi. Il y a pas mal de... C'est pas mal grand ici, quand même.
From the stoutest stoneware. There he is. The man. I was hoping we'd be seeing you again. The baths grow more bearable by the moment. It won't be long now before we are back to business as usual.
I'm glad to hear it.
Now, tell me this. What did you find at the terraces? What threatened to make me a pauper?
Not what I expected, that's for certain.
You tell a fine story. That's not to say I don't believe you, though. Creatures made of flame, eh? That's something new to worry about. But I burdened you with my worries enough already. Here, a small something by way of thanks. Right. It's high time I got back to work. With a little luck, the day might yet be salvaged.
Encore du scarlet. On va sauvegarder, mais du coup, je vais aller faire un tour au repère avant. Parce que si je peux me faire... forger quelque chose. Ce sera plutôt pas mal. Je suis un peu perdu.
Use this blue blood.
Clive? What do you want? Not bad, if I do say so myself.
Voilà, on va voir
It's going to find Cooker.
On va voir si sur le tableau... Ok, il y a pas mal de choses. J'ai reçu une lettre. On va s'aider. Cher Clive, tout d'abord, daigre me pardonner la manière dont je t'ai mis à l'épreuve. Il faut que tu comprennes qu'un homme tel que moi se doit de choisir ses associés avec prudence. En revanche, je ne rechigne jamais à prêter main forte à quiconque se montre bienveillant et honnête à mon égard. Et je sens que je peux avoir confiance en toi, Clive. Considère donc que je suis disposé à t'aider car je sais que tu m'aideras en retour. Bien à toi. Je sais pas si on a un nouveau... On n'a pas beaucoup, hein. Je sais pas où on est censé tous les trouver, ça se trouve j'en ai loupé.
The little uns have been up to their old tricks again.
On va lui parler à elle d'abord.
here for another of my lectures? Don't let me
Ou pas.
And how may I assist you today? I have the details here. Here you are. Very good.
Il a été ajouté, mais il est déjà fait.
How may I help you today, Clive?
Combien il me manque? Oh, 800 points de compétences. Météorite, médaillon de pontife, je sais pas.
Come again. I may have more for you.
How are you doing? Anything catch your eye? Think you can help?
Ok, on va aller parler au vieux. J'oublie son nom à chaque fois.
Who's this blue blood?
Tome says he's looking for books about Tolkien. I know.
How good it is to see you, Clive. I don't believe you've read this particular chapter before. If you have a question for me, I should be happy to answer it.
Lubor. Il incarne parfois son alter ego Ruzana Dalimil, une personne censée vivre dans le relais éponyme mais qui a cessé toute communication depuis la mort de Sid. L'appellation Ruzana Dalimil de Roi du désert n'est qu'un faux nom qu'il utilisait pour sa activité en tant que partisan grand jour. Tout le monde le connaît en tant que Lubor, un jeune forgeron de talent. Ferda. Un subalterne de Lubor qui vit au relais de Dalimil. Ferda lui dirige lui-même un groupe d'hommes qui effectuent différentes missions de renseignement. C'est à l'origine un bandit, mais il s'est repenti lorsque celle qui a été le mentor du jeune forgeron lui a proposé du travail. Il n'a jamais oublié sa dette envers Ruzana Dalimil, si bien que même après son décès, il décide de se mettre au service de son disciple. Je sais pas ce qui me manque entre les deux. Le relais de Dalimil, un village situé dans l'ouest de la République d'Almeki, véritable oasis au cœur du désert de Velkiroy. La bourgade abrite entre autres des étals proposant des marchandises variées, propose des marchands aussi, pourquoi pas, des endroits où se restaurer ou encore des maisons closes. Tant proche de Krogdrak, l'endroit est également réputé pour ses termes. Krogdrak ou Krodrak? La lame de la rose, une forge située au relais de Dalimil, c'est l'échoppe la plus populaire du village qui attire de nombreux artisans venus perfectionner leur technique. Son propriétaire, Lubor, aussi un allié de Sid et forgeron talentueux, est aussi appelé Ruzana Dalimil, le roi du désert. Le désert de Velkiroy, une région désertique immense qui s'étend sur le côté ouest de la Dameki. Le côté ouest, ce territoire est englouti par l'avancée du désert et les ruines de plusieurs villages s'y trouvent encore. Dans la langue locale, Velkiroy signifie grand essaim, faisant sans doute référence au vent qui balaye le désert. Au sud, des tufières formant des plateaux de calcaire sur un site surnommé localement Château de Coton ont donné naissance à une culture de sources chaudes et d'eau thermale, exploitée notamment au relais de Dalimil. Une route passant par le relais traverse le désert du nord au sud et est régulièrement empruntée par des marchands et voyageurs. Les scorpions. Des arachnides dotés d'un aiguillon et d'une paire de pédipalpes préhensibles. Ils immobilisent leur proie avec leur énorme pince, puis enfoncent leur dard afin d'injecter un puissant venin. Ce dernier n'a étonnamment que peu d'effet sur les humains, malgré la terrifiante posture d'attaque qui précède son injection. Il préfère les régions chaudes, un trait que les marchands gardent à l'esprit lorsqu'ils traversent le désert d'Almec ou passent près des volcans. Ok. Je sais pas, mais on a appris des choses. Donc, je vais renvoyer tout ce petit monde, ou pas. Je les renverrai tout à l'heure. Du coup, on va s'arrêter là pour aujourd'hui. Je sais pas, j'ai dû la bouger hier, j'ai bougé plein de trucs. Elle a été chargée à moitié. Donc on se retrouve demain pour la suite. En attendant, moi je te souhaite à tous une bonne soirée. Bon appétit, peut-être. Bonne fin d'après-midi, tout ça. Et je vous dis à demain. Bye.